Hello and welcome to this episode of the Excalibur Podcast, hosted by me, Kyle Brooks. Today, we have an esteemed guest, Matt Estrada. He's come back after an amazing transformation and truly exceptional progress that he's made. Remember that at the Excalibur Podcast, we have real people with real stories and real progress. Welcome, Matt.
It's a pleasure to be back for a second time. I mean, lots has changed. I'm a different person, and way more better opportunities have come my way, honestly. And I'm doing what I want to do. So,
100%. You're not just a better person, but I mean, look at the shape that you're in right now.
Yeah.
You've transformed your entire character. When you're playing games like video games back in the day, you'd level up your character to various different things. Like in GTA, you'd give them different outfits, different muscle, all the rest of it. You've basically done that to yourself right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. And what is it? I'm happy but never satisfied. So we got to keep going. There's always room for improvement.
Precisely. That's what progress is. Or success is progress. Mm-hmm. It's a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Therefore, if you want to be successful, you always have to be creating or having progress in something that you view as worthy.
Mm-hmm. That's why I like coming back, because you always have a fact.
Dropping some bars.
Dropping some bars.
Well, at the end of the day, we kind of do that to each other, because at the end of the day, iron sharpens iron. And we've spoken about that on quite a few different podcasts before. But when we are actually in the gym together, you're refining my technique, I'm refining your technique, and we're progressing to essentially make each other better. But let's kick back in a couple of gears and find out what has happened in your life. How has it progressed to where you are right now? Because you have gone through about 2 career changes.
Yeah, for sure. It's what is it? Something you told me, it was like just a lesson to learn. Mm-hmm. And now I'm doing what I want to do now. So, and that's all that matters. I mean, I went from the gym setting to corporate, and I said, "Nah, we ain't doing that."
Okay.
And I give glory all to God, because He's been giving me signs, and it brought me back to the gym setting, and that's what I want to do. Not just the gym setting, but just content, helping as many men as possible, and just changing lives.
All right. So you said something very interesting there. You spoke about the fact that the corporate setting was not for you.
No.
Okay. Can you explain to our viewers what has created that circumstance, or what brought you to that realization that this is not for me, besides the fact that you had a pretty atrocious boss?
Yeah.
Let's leave that fact out of it.
Yeah, for sure. It's just, I've always knew I've been different since I was younger. And, at the end of the day, you can't knock something before you try it. So I went to go see, I saw it as an opportunity, right? And I went in there, did my thing, but it just waking up every morning just mad and always complaining. My mindset was changing. Now that's not me.
Right.
Right. So why would I do something that's going to make me miserable for the next 20 to 40 years when I could be doing something that I actually love and I actually see value in?
Right.
So that's why I was just like, I'm done. Like, nah, I don't care how much money it's going to give me. I would rather do something that I'm passionate and actually love doing and waking up and excited to do it than make all the money in the world and you're not even happy with yourself.
Right.
And you're taking it out on people that you care about and you love. And that's not me. That's not who I am. That's not my character. That's not, we talk about integrity, all that stuff. So that ain't me.
Yeah.
So
well,
that's how to go.
that just goes to show that money is a tool, a vehicle to get you where you want to go, but it is not the be all and end all. And for people that don't have it, it is something that they will always not believe. But once you start to get or attain a certain amount of wealth, you realize that you can't buy it back seconds. You can't buy back hours of your life.
Nope.
And what you said there was very pertinent, because you said you became a different person. You became angry, you didn't want to wake up. All of those linked to the fact that you were surrounded by people that were in that same mindset. Unfortunately, we are and do become the sum of the 5 people that we spend the most time with, which is why I'm very selective with the group of men that I spend my time with. I'll be acquaintances with people, but not a lot of people come to my house. Not a lot of people come over here and they'll actually like spend proper time with me. And there's a surface that you put up, and you kind of like let that person see that surface, but they'll never see who you truly are. So you shifted gears from there, and you realize that the corporate ladder, that perceived carrot at the end of the rainbow where you retire at 65 and you get to be on a yacht, is bullshit.
It is, it really is bullshit. I call it the rat race.
Right.
Like, if you got a dream, or you go to sleep at night, you think about that one passion or dream or business that you dream about, do it. What's stopping you? What do you have to lose? You're in the beginning stages of it. Right? So, like, stop waiting and just do it. Like, and just take that risk. It's not a risk. We call it that calculated risk. Right? Because at the end of the day, you can always go back to that job, right?
Right.
But if you're really about it, you're going to get to where you need to be to actually do what you want to do in your life. And it's just like, you talk about money, how it doesn't buy happiness. It really doesn't. Because how you grew up the same way, come from nothing.
Right.
When I came to from California to Virginia, I've had only $300 in my pocket. Right. So I had nothing. And now I'm at a point now where I'm blessed, but it's just like, that don't mean nothing to me.
Yeah.
Right. So I understand what you mean about like money can't buy happiness. What thing that values me, for me, is that time.
Yep.
Like you made me realize that my time is very valuable, especially when I associate with people that waste my time.
Yep.
That's where I get
it's a trigger point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, you really taught me like, hey, your time is valuable. So really like keep it like a child, like a baby, because like people will waste your time.
100%. And what happens is that especially in the corporate world, they'll get around a cooler every couple of minutes to go and get some water, and you end up having like a 10-minute conversation with somebody, but you don't really want to do that. And that's what is coming out in my next book. It's The Art of No. Say no to others so you can reclaim back your time and your purpose. Because if you're saying yes to so many different people and allowing them to spill out all their, I'm doing this the weekend, who cares? When we're in work, we work. When we're outside of work, then you can explain those types of things. But your previous boss over there, he's the dude that keeps on talking about his vacation all the time instead of actually helping you out.
And that's another thing about like just keeping your mouth shut. Let's be PG, I guess, but just being like, for your own personal self, don't tell everybody what you're gonna do in your life. Don't tell about your business plan. Don't tell about what you're doing on the weekend. Don't just be quiet, because at the end of the day, the evil eye is a real thing. And even though they might be, oh yeah, that's cool, I support you, and behind the scenes, they're probably saying something bad about you, and they can go back to you. So
Right.
That's why I'm real.
Hush about it.
Yeah. The only people who really know is the people I associate with. So that's it.
And then also on the top of that, they did a study where they said that if you're telling your goals to people, you're already getting a dopamine rush just by telling them your goals, which makes you less likely to go out and achieve them. But when we do something, we kind of do it, and then people don't even know that we've done that stuff. Like, for example, the car that I bought, no one knew that I bought a car until like weeks afterwards. They're like, hold up a second, this is a different car. Like, yeah. Why do I need to celebrate the fact that I bought a car? I celebrate it internally with myself. Don't get me wrong. So here's the difference. Kobe, if you think about Kobe, what he did, after he slam dunked on something or he did something, he celebrated. It was like he locked that into his central nervous system. That's what we do when we celebrate. You want to have that win, celebrate it internally, and remember the feeling. Lock it into your central nervous system, which gives you the ability to remember what it feels like, so you now chase that win internally. But when you're celebrating your win to everybody else, looking for that appreciation, all you're going to have is you're going to have other people hating on you, or the 10% that does actually like it, they will like it to a certain degree, but then they're like still comparing themselves to you.
Yeah, and it's just like, I'm not here to impress anybody in this world. I'm here to impress myself. I'm here to impress that 8-year-old, 5-year-old kid, and of course God, Like, those are the only people like I need to impress.
Right.
So the comparison thing, I don't understand that.
So again, you left the corporate world. What stemmed all of this in your mind? And because look at it this way. There's a lot of people that I can guarantee you that are in a comfortable job. They're complacent with where they're at. They're just like, you know what, this is paying the bills. I'm happy for it. I'm not going to take that calculated risk. What created that inside your mind to go, you know what, screw this. I'm done. I want to go and do it on my own. Because you're a young guy. You're 24 years old. Right?
Oh, I just turned 25.
25, sorry, 25.
I'm old now.
quarter of a century. But you just turned 25 years old. Most people have just finished college. They're going into their first career. You've started your own business. You're focusing on creating that entrepreneurial mindset because you want to leave that legacy. So how did you shift gears from there to here?
Ever since I graduated college, I've always wanted my own business. I was making the West East Siren in my college dorm room, right? So I knew I wasn't going to have that 9-to-5 or that corporate job. That's the first beginnings, asking around in the student center, how would you feel about if there was a gym here? How do you like this logo? Would you wear it on this t-shirt or this t-shirt? Always going around the whole school asking questions. So I knew from the beginnings of when football was over, I was going to be a business owner. Okay. Whether that was going to be owning a gym or owning a clothing brand or owning something.
Right.
But I knew I wasn't going to work for a high company. I knew I wasn't. So when I got into this, like I said, seeing it as an opportunity. And then you start seeing the real picture and start seeing how people act and the leadership isn't what it is.
Okay.
So that's when I was just like, let me just do it on my own, which really isn't on my own because I got my, the legend here. The same mindset people. And that's the thing, you got to have people with the same mindset in the same room, right? If you got somebody who's negative all the time and somebody who's actually like trying to like change their life, you guys are going to clash, or you're just not going to want to tell them your ideas because that person is just going to shoot them down because they don't know what they want in life. Right. So it's just like when we met, we're like the same person. Yeah. Right? You're like the older version of me. I'm the younger version of you, like you tell me. So like associate yourself with people that you want to be like, or you look up to, right? Because I look up to you a lot because I want to be where you're at, right? And then you probably look up to other people that you want to be like. Right. So that's when I was just like, enough's enough. Like, and then it just goes back to, what do I have to lose? Really? Like, I really have nothing to lose.
You can lose in that job just as much as you can lose in taking a gamble on yourself.
That's
it's exactly the same.
And that's the thing about gambling on myself. I took a gamble on myself when they said I couldn't get any scholarships for football, when they said I couldn't go to college. I was like, all right, watch me. Right. Yeah, I went the junior college route, but at the end of the day, I'm always going to see it as an opportunity, and I'm going to seize the moment. Yeah. Right? And then got scholarships, and then what happens? Oh, they start cheering you on. Yep. And then you go from there, and they go, oh, well, I'm going to go to Virginia. Well, why are you going to Virginia for? You're not going to make it out there. It goes back to the haters again. Now they want to hate and chirp on you. Right. All right, then watch me. Did my thing. Now I'm out here on my own, living on my own. I'm blessed. And it's just like, now I'm at that stage now when I've talked to you about this before. I turned 25, and it's that pivotal years of a man's life. Where do you want to be in the next couple of years? The 5 years to 3 to 5 years, right? You want to be the same person you were when you were 25, like where you're at, or you want to improve? And you just gotta plan it out, and I'm not gonna be. I don't want to be that loser, I guess. 30 years old and still figuring out what I want to do in my life. Yeah. Nah, I'm like, it's time to get to work, right? There's time for fun, there's time for work, so.
And there's no reason why there can't be both.
There really is no reason.
I don't have a problem working at all. My work, I enjoy.
Yeah.
Right? You get to see these results that you're seeing from clients, and you are literally changing somebody's life.
It really is exciting, like seeing pictures of clients that are only 1 week into the program, and they see results instantly, right? Yeah. And that's because they're dedicated and they're actually doing what they're supposed to do. And it's just like, and that goes to show with anything. If you put your mind to something, and you actually do it to the T, we're human, so it might not be perfect, but you do it till at least 95%, you're going to get the results.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there is no secret book about it. Now, if you want to specialize in this, and this, well, then you got to do what you got to do. But literally, like with this, like follow the blueprint, right? Yeah. It's like you're giving me the blueprint. Mm-hmm. I just got to follow it. You're not giving me, what did we say? You're not giving me a handout, you're giving me a hand up.
Yep.
And every day, I'm learning every day from you as you learn from me, but I learn a lot from you every day. All right, how can I get better? How can I do this? And then I ask you questions on how to do it. And that was another thing about corporate. A lot of bosses aren't going to tell you how to do it because they know if they teach you how to do it, you're going to be way better than them.
Right.
Because they see it. So they're like, nah, they treat you like dumb. But that's another thing.
It's intimidation though. Like, so here's the thing. They worry about job security. For me, if you're secure in your job, how are you ever going to move up?
That's what I'm saying. And we talk about job security. There is no job security in this world. I'm sorry, people, but there's no job security in this world. You're just another number.
Yeah.
You're just another shirt in the building. Yeah, they might like you more than Karen or whoever, but you're replaceable in reality, right? So that's another thing. Like, I'd rather go all in on something that I believe in. Yeah, it's not going to be easy. Yeah, there's going to be days where things are clashing and this and that. But you know what? That's the moment where you got to, buckle the seatbelt down and keep going and get past that.
Yep.
And now you start seeing the results, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what I like, the high, like, I guess high stressful situations like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's something that I see value in. It just
sure.
goes back to that. So,
well, coming back to you said don't argue with people, right?
Yeah.
There's a saying that says never argue with a fool because they will drop you down to their level and they will beat you with experience. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the things that you come to learn very, very quickly. Just listen to the guy, keep your mouth shut, be like, okay, if that's what you believe, then good on you. Mm-hmm. And then you go and do your own thing anyway. And then when they see you do it, they go, oh, I always believed in that guy. But they were behind the scenes discrediting you.
Yeah, I don't understand that either. Like, discrediting people or trying to dumb them down or to your level. Like, I don't understand why people like try to do that to other.
You don't?
Well, we're all human. Like, why can't we just all like?
Because how do you feel better about yourself when you're realizing that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing? You try and drop other people down to your level, so therefore, there's that saying or that experiment. A fisherman had a bucket of crabs and he was using crabs as bait, but they're all live crabs. Somebody came over and they looked at this and they saw that a couple of crabs had got on top of one another and started climbing out of the bucket. They're like, hey man, one of your crabs is about to escape. The fisherman turns to them and says, don't worry, just wait and see what happens. Essentially what happens, the other crabs start to pull on him and pull him back into the bucket. And that's the people that you surround yourself with. If you're surrounding yourself with people that are not wanting to get to the next level, that are not wanting to expand and progress, they're just going to pull you back down and keep you there with them. That's the easiest way to change. If you want to change in life, change your circle, change the books that you read, and change your habits. You change those three things, you will have monumental change instantly.
It really is true. I mean, when I was on that journey to lose the weight, I changed everything, and I got to where I'm at today. And now I'm in this new version of myself. What can I do to better it to get to that next level, right? And that's just where we're at now. So
100%. Okay. Any tips that you want to leave our viewers with for today?
Like, what do you mean tips?
Like 3 tips to get over that fear and take action, to leave that complacency behind. What are the 3 things that you recommend to do right now that can help them?
First of all, stop doom scrolling. You know, when you get home, I get it. Everybody's tired, right? Instead of going on your phone and looking at other people's dreams and what they got and comparing, why don't you get out a book and start writing it out, right? A 2-year plan. You know, write out just what the house you're in, what it smells like, who's in your life, you know, the people you surround yourself with, your community, your business community, Are you chatting with them? All that kind of stuff. That was one thing that helped me out a lot. And it's just really just who cares what people think? Like at the end of the day, none of this is gonna matter. All this success, money, the materialistic things. The only thing that's gonna matter is when you go and you're up there and you know, God or whoever you believe in tells you, like, reads up all these things you've done in your life, you're gonna be like, oh, I didn't do none of that, right? You know, I didn't do X, Y, and Z. He's like, no, that's the life you could have had if you didn't let fear hold you back, if you didn't let complacency hold you back, if you didn't let comfort hold you back, if you didn't let your mindset hold you back. And that's the thing that goes on in my head. That's the thing that made me change. I'm not like, I want to be 80 years old on my deathbed with my family that I created and have all these crazy stories to tell them and just know before I go, I did what I wanted to do. As Frank Sinatra says, I did it my way.
Right.
You know, I love that song. And it's just like when he says, I did it my way, that's what I'm doing. That's what I've been doing since I was a little kid, poor, sleeping on the cockroaches, to going playing football, to now starting this business. And of course, you know, collaborating with Kyle to make Excaliburr the greatest business of all time. So, you know, I'm going to do it my way. So, and that's just really what it is. Just get up and do it.
Okay.
Really, that's just what it is.
So your biggest tip is create a plan, but then create tangible feelings and sensory acuity for that plan. So you want to put yourself into that moment, make it visceral, make it so that you can actually feel, hear, see, and smell yourself in the moment, because your brain can't differentiate between what's real and what's not. Therefore, if you familiarize yourself with what could be, you will find out that it will become what it should be. Awesome, brother. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the podcast today, man. I really do appreciate it. I know that our viewers will appreciate the tips that you get. Let them know where they can find you, because you've got 2 different profiles now, right?
Yeah, so the main page is, of course, big_Matt Estrada, but the West East Iron page is just West East Iron. Of course, I rebranded the logo. If you guys seen that, if you guys support,
It's badass.
Create that logo. And it's just a saying I say is walk every impossible. And it's implemented that in the logo. So everybody walk every impossible and just be yourself, be authentic, and stop trying to impress everybody. Just impress yourself. And of course, impress the higher man above. So
All right.
that's all I got to say.
You guys know where to find us. You can find us on Excalibur Coaching on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, as well as Spotify, which you're probably listening to right now. And remember, where there is a human being, there is a human story. Have a great one, guys. Cheers.